Hello, shell buddies, and welcome to this special edition of Echoue Bijoux, where we're going to not only talk about the Conchologists of America convention that's coming to our area within a matter of days, but I'm going to introduce you a little closer to a brand newly named discovered shell from the Gulf of Mexico that was premiered and shown off for the first time at the Sarasota Shell Club. And then we are going to talk about this very special, beautiful tulip. My goodness, look at this. Shelling has all of a sudden gotten almost like the Wild West again.
Aren't those pretty?
And tell me the name of these new
It is Fasciolaria Riverai.
And what a great story for a lobsterman to discover 3 brand new species. This gorgeous shell is called Fasciolaria Riverai, and it was very recently discovered and named in a scientific paper this year, and people got to see it for the first time at the Sarasota Shell Club show. Well, I happened to meet the man who discovered this shell, find out a little bit more about it, and he sent me one of these absolute beauties. Isn't this gorgeous? We're going to talk about what makes this different, why it's special, where it comes from, who found it, and tons more. And why are we talking about the show and shell discoveries at the same time? Because he's going to be at COA with these fabulous tulips. So what is COA exactly? Well, it's Conchologists of America. It's a 501(c)(3) nonprofit, and it's basically meant to tie all the areas of the shelling world together, from the casual hobbyists to the pro-level collectors who are really interested a lot in the science and the details of where their things come from. And they give out grants. They support shelling in many ways, including education and conservation. They also put out a publication, and you can go to their website to find out more about joining, but I believe membership's about $25 a year. Now, they also put on an annual convention, and it's our turn here again in Sarasota, and we haven't had it since, I think, 2013. So like 13 years ago was the last time COA was here in town. All kinds of things going on, including a pirate-themed welcome party. There's going to be talks and presentations. There's also going to be like field trips where they're going to Moat Marine, the new museum. There's a fossil day down in Punta Gorda. There's going to be a sunset cruise. So there's a lot going on. It's going to be held at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Bradenton at the Riverwalk area, which is very close to where the Bishop Museum is. So if you want to take a look at their website, you can see more about the convention and details and who to contact for that. But you can also see this list of all the places where the conventions have been held since 1972. So over 50 years and going strong. And you'll see we had them here, I think in 1983, then again in 2002, and then in 2013, and now this year. They've been to Tampa and Fort Myers and Captiva a few times too. So it's not an annual occurrence for us to have this level of shells available locally to us. Now, the convention, you have to pay to attend, and you have to be a member of COA to get signed up to come to it, but pay special attention to Friday and Saturday. That's the Bourse, which is an open sale with dealers from all over the world, open to the public, so you can get hands on some pretty fabulous shells from all over. But you may want to pay special attention to this little beauty, a newly discovered shell from the Gulf, the Fasciolaria Riverai. This rare and stunning tulip has been taking the collecting world a bit by storm ever since it was introduced in February, both through its papers that were published and at our shells show. And just to prove that it is, here it is on the Worms site, and you can take a look at all the information scientifically about this particular shell. Now, if you're a little new to this, Worms is the World Registry of Marine Species. They're the guys that keep the nomenclature and everything straight for every single past, present, and future registered species of marine life. So they are invaluable as a scientific resource for anybody researching anything, especially if they think they have something that's brand new that nobody has ever seen, photographed, or described before. Now, let me also just tell you that getting a new species named, this is a no joke kind of a thing. You have to have enough of them to actually prove they are different and not just a one-off anomaly, so that what we call taxonomic research can be done on this and that it can be studied. Then you have to have it written up in a scientific paper, has to be in a peer-reviewed journal. So the process to getting your shell recognized as something new is no immediate finger snap and you just call it what you want and there it is. It actually has a process, and quite a long process, in order for that to happen. When we meet Randy at the Shell Show in Sarasota in February, they had been told they were getting the recognition for the species name, and the actual recognition came just days after we were at the show. So really, this COA convention is going to be the first official, but the preview was actually at our Shell Club show in February. So to sort of put this into a context outside of the shell world, if you look at it this way, the Shell Show in Sarasota in February was kind of like this shell's debutante ball, and the COA would be the first society thing that this shell attends. I hope that sort of makes sense to kind of explain it. So let's get a peek at this shell's debut at the Shell Show back in February of this year.
Aren't those pretty?
And tell me the name of these
It is Fasciolaria Riverai. Just got named. Petuch and Berschauer 2026.
Common name.
We don't know if it has one yet.
So what John's asking for is if there's a common name for it yet, but it's so new it doesn't have one yet. Maybe we can help come up with one. That would be fun. But what I mean by a common name is when we look at a Cincturia hunteri, that's a banded tulip. Or a Strombus alatus, that's a Florida fighting conch. So that's what John was asking, is does it have a common name? Well, it would be considered a quote-unquote true tulip, kind of, even though it's a special kind.
Are you familiar with Fasciolaria bullisae?
Here's a comparison of the two with the bullisae on the bottom, in case you were wondering. You can see that there is a difference in shape.
This is the closest thing. It's got this similar shape.
Wonderful.
Slender, see how high the spire is and how long it is and narrow?
I can't believe how beautiful and nice condition it is.
I know. He's getting some that are crabbed. You know, the crabs get them, come in the traps, and
oh yeah.
So it's all lobster traps.
Beautiful.
And
really beautiful.
The Festivus, I don't know if you get that, but the Festivus with the San Diego Shell Club published the description, and so it's a little bit easier to see when you have a regular tulip next to it, and it's like, oh yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
You guys should take and get one of the standards from over on Dwayne's table.
We've got some.
And put one out for reference to compare them, because that's really pretty stunning.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful
we've got
piece.
some back here somewhere, because it's a regular.
Oh my gosh,
regular.
the Janonians. Oh,
yeah,
I love those
aren't those
Janonians.
pretty?
Yes. Let's hear more about this amazing tulip shell directly from the man who himself found it, Randy Rivera. How are you doing? I'm not sure why.
I'm well, love. I've been so busy. I thought of you earlier today. It was crazy. You sent me the message, and I was like, wow.
Well, I'm running out of time before COA gets
Yeah.
here, so I
Well,
really wanted to talk.
my eldest graduating, and then trying to get ready for the COA. My boat business, my lobster business, I got to do that in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Well, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm holding my little beauty.
I can see you, yeah. Oh, look at that beautiful shell.
Mwah! It is so stunningly beautiful. Thank you so much. I treasure this, Randy. And it's even more special because I got to meet you at the show, and this thing was kind of getting shown off there, and the paper had just come out in the Festivus, and that was really, really cool.
Nobody
Super.
knew it back then, but they're starting to get around now.
Well, I'm hoping to help get the word out on just how lovely this little beauty is. one of my prized possessions, and I can't thank you enough for being so
You're
generous.
welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
How's your husband?
He's doing well. He's actually in the other room watching TV, but he turned it down because he knew I was going to get on a call with you.
I met him. I met him that day too. Nice guy.
Yep, John's a good guy. And actually, we're going to be at COA, but not for like the whole thing, but just for like a little bit of it. We're going to be going to that Bishop Museum thing that they're doing with the McClendon collection. So hopefully we'll get to see you there. I'm also going to be there with the artisans for Wednesday. I think I'm doing a demonstration on how to make ceiling fan poles out of shells and resin, which ought to be kind of fun. Got my little UV resin set up. So yeah, that's cool. All right, Randy, I have been dying to ask you this question.
All right, hit me with it.
The first time that you pulled this up, did you know it was something crazy and different? Were you like, what in the heck is that? Or was it just like, oh, that one looks a little stretched out? Like, tell me about that first day.
Here's the thing. I've been running my boat since I was 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I'm never on the deck. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I never really saw them much. At the end of the season, last season, not this season, the one prior, I had no choice but to jump on the deck with my cousin. And that's when it started, because I like stuff like that. But now I was hands-on.
Right.
So the first one came up that I saw like in April of 25.
Okay.
No, it was March. It was March of 25. And I held it and I told my cousin, wow, this is different. I'm like, look how high the spire is. But I brought it back and nobody thought nothing of it. I sold it on eBay like a regular tulip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so it was like stunningly brand new and nobody.
Yeah.
Wow.
The following year, this year, as soon as I set my traps in the deep, I saw the first one, I believe, like in October, and I instantly told my cousin, this is one of the ones that we got, down to farther west. And it so happened that I had already met Ed.
Oh, cool. Because that was going to be my next question, was how you got to him, but you had met him. Okay.
I have met him, showing him shells.
That's awesome.
On Facebook. You know how Ed is. He's real helpful.
He's amazing.
Great guy.
He is. He's amazing. He's so kind and generous with his knowledge. He really is.
And I don't know if I told you, I'm new into shells. I'm doing this for my kids as the money that I collect on the shell business is for stocks and stuff for them.
Nice.
So it got my attention, and I wanted to start, and I did the eBay store, and I started asking Ed because I didn't know how to ID the shells.
Right.
And Ed started helping me, and then we talked about the bullseye, and I happened to get a yellow one on the following trip, and I showed Ed. And I said, Ed, is this one of those? He says, no, that's just a tulip that's been dead for a while, and the color changed. And then I happened to bring it up, and I showed him a picture of the Rivera eye with a high spire. And as soon as he saw it, he was like, whoa, show me that again. And I showed him. I had two that day.
I can just imagine him cartoon style with his eyes coming out of his head.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
And he started asking me questions, and I told him I got him, not a lot, but I got him.
Nice.
And he told me, can you save some for me? And I did.
That's so cool.
I sent him 2 in the mail. He showed them to a couple friends and stuff like that, and he got back to me, and he told me if you could collect a couple more, we can name it. And that's what we did.
Oh, how awesome. Oh, my gosh.
And then we became friends, and I kept sending him, every time I saw something different, I would send to Ed. The same thing happened with the Mercedesae, the one I named after my mother.
Yes, I saw those too. I literally just talked about new Jays a couple of videos ago because one of my girlfriends found one at the bottom of Kais. And I had seen the next Festivus that came out with that information, and I think that was before the Mercedes was even talked about. I think
Yes,
that's
yes,
so incredible. Oh my. Okay, so you have this. You have that new type of scaffolding, not a J, but a Mercedes.
yes.
And then, from what I understand, you have a muricid that's a
A
murex
Chico, a
the
Chicoreus
Chicoreus.
Riverai.
Oh my goodness! So
Have you
has this
seen
turned
them?
you into a shell collector at this point? I'm just gonna just have to say.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It's gotten my attention. It's something that's grown on me. At first, I was just, I wanted to do something for my kids. But
Oh,
as I started cleaning shelves and I've been buying shelves now and started my own collection.
nice.
Um, I don't know if you know Douglas Shelton. He sent me a nice goodie box.
I don't
Uh,
know him yet. Maybe I'll meet him at
Ed
COA.
sent me a nice box. David sent me a nice box,
Right
and I
on.
bought a few abuse shells. So I got a pretty nice collection already,
Very cool. Very
and
cool.
growing.
So, when you first knew that this was different, you weren't necessarily a shell collector. You just knew it was, hey, those things are weird and they've been showing up in our traps. Like, what's going on? Like,
Well, I knew that something. I was selling my shells to a guy that was buying at the docks. He would
mm-hmm.
come to the dock and he would buy the shells. Um, but I really didn't know much of how much they were worth until I started looking into it.
It's staggering, isn't it? Like, oh my
Yes,
gosh.
and then that's when I decided to do my own thing. And then that's when. But I've been collecting shells for 4 or 5 years. I just didn't know what I was collecting. I would put everything in a basket, and he would come by and pick them up, and he would pay me. But as time went on, I took a liking, and my interest grew for them, and I turned it into a business, and here we are today. So,
Very, very, very cool. So, how many of those special tulips, how many of these little beauties do you think you found at this point?
between the ones that I got last season and this season, I've probably collected like 40,
Oh, nice.
like 40 maybe.
So
Um,
that's awesome because I mean, there's a rarity factor there, and that should drive the higher level collectors kind of crazy to have
oh
something
yeah,
that's brand newly named and very limited supply of them. And let's be honest, I mean, if anybody else has brought any of these up, do they even know anything about them? You know what I mean?
no.
Like, so that's the
And I tell you
exclusivity.
what, they're very picky about where they're at. I've heard of I heard of some showing up south of Key West.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that I saw, and they are Rivera eyes, but they're a little different. Me and Ed talked about it. Ed said different diet, different colors, and different.
And this,
But
it's all about the
uh huh.
proto-conch. Yeah,
But the ones
exactly.
that I get to the west, I only get them in a certain piece of bottom.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get off the bottom, I don't get them anymore.
Interesting.
So when I'm on the bottom, I get them. But once I get off, that's it. So I mean, they're difficult to get. You know what I mean? Not just
Yeah.
anybody finds them.
Well, I mean, that's
Luckily, I
drives the
luckily I
price
ran
up.
up on them,
Yeah.
and I was smart enough to mark it on my GPS
Oh man.
and plot the bottom. I've got tiny ones. I mean, I got little, maybe 9 millimeters, 10 millimeter ones.
Little babies.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take them to COA.
I'm such a sucker for tinies. I
I
am.
got 3 inch Rivera eyes,
Oh my
some 4 or 5,
gosh.
all the way up to like 11 inches.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Now, have any
Yeah.
of the museums expressed interest or desire in acquiring them for their collections because it is something that's relatively new?
Well, the big museum has them already in. Where was it that Ed told me? Um, I forgot the name, but Ed gave a specimen to a real huge museum, and they got it already. But no museum has contacted me directly to buy any. No.
Oh wow. I mean, the only shell museum like here locally that I'm aware of would be the Bailey Matthews National Shell Museum. But I think there's a couple of others that have pretty extensive collections at some colleges and stuff like that. And then of course the Smithsonian too would be another place for something that's new.
That's the one that Ed told me that has one, the Smithsonian.
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. So, do you think now that you've found this, of course, the Murex, and what was the other one?
I get the Mercedesae,
That's
named
right.
after my mother. The Chicoreus Riverai, which is the Murex, and the Fasciolaria Riverai, which is the tulip.
Now, what do you think now that you've found, three not before described things? What do you think your chances are that maybe you might even find more things and have more things named for you? How cool is that?
Oh, we got one more coming here soon.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I won't spill the beans. I won't spill the
and like I
beans.
said, I'm starting to explore more now since I like the shells, and I'm going deeper and deeper. So it's just a matter of time.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I told Dr. P a little while back that I kind of thought shelling was opening up. It was becoming the new Wild West, new frontier all over again because of the deeper depths and new technologies and really great cameras and folks
Oh yeah.
starting to get a recognition of that. So to me, the amount of stuff that's been introduced this last couple of years, boy, Dr. P and David Berschauer have been pretty busy fellas.
They've been busy. They've been really busy.
Been a lot going on in the show world. That's
They're
really
both great. They've
they
both helped
are.
me so much
They are
with
so
with
incredible.
labeling, with IDing, with presentation, with
Yeah.
teaching me, how to word everything. They've been great. They really have, both of them.
And I can't believe I got to meet all three of you at our show this February. What a treat. That really was very special for me and John to get to meet all of you guys and see this stuff. Was just
That
really
was awesome.
really
Because
incredible.
I was really overwhelmed because it was my first show. I was nervous.
Well,
The
we were
first day,
too. It was the first time we were ever in that location. We were triple the size we were the prior year.
the first day Ed was doing the judging, so he couldn't, But the
Right?
second day, he told me, I'm going to sit with you, relax. He sat at my table. I felt a lot more comfortable, and David sat with me too. So things went a lot better the second day than they did the first.
And then both of them are just very down to earth and very willing to share their knowledge. And
Oh, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed meeting all three of you. I can't say enough good things about how fabulous that show was in February.
That's
So
awesome.
that was really very special. And our club's of course honored that your debut for this gorgeous shell was kind of like our show sort of, and we were all pretty excited about that because it a new shell and it comes out of the Gulf and it's getting seen here in
Oh, yeah.
Sarasota at the first time. So that was pretty exciting for a lot of us. And even still, even then, it really didn't sink in for a lot of folks just how
No.
special that was. But like you said, yes, it's starting to
You know,
kind of.
the timing was off. The following Sunday, after the Sarasota show,
Mm-hmm.
it's when they finally posted it that they were accepted, and it had became. We had gotten word that they were accepted already, but it hadn't been official. Like, it hadn't came out online.
Oh, wow.
So that following Sunday is when everybody could start seeing them online. So the timing was bad, but as soon, like 2 weeks after the show, I started getting a lot of interest with them.
Well, that's fantastic, and hopefully with this video here I'm working on, I actually do an unboxing on this beautiful shell, and
All right.
I hold it up to like another tulip. I'm like, look how different this is. This is crazy. Like,
Oh, nice. I appreciate it.
I was very thrilled, and I'm very excited that I'm getting to talk to you so I can finish this video and share it in time for COA because literally days
know.
away from
I know.
COA. So I'll be
I know.
cooking a little midnight oil to get this all
I'm
together.
almost done. I was racing. I was racing to finish the Rivera eyes, actually, because I decided to hold them for COA.
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't sell, but just so that collectors could see them.
Right, right.
So I had collected a few that I hadn't gotten the cleaning and stuff, so I got them cleaned, and I finished them today, about 20 minutes before you called me.
Oh, excellent. So that's perfect.
I'm basically ready. I got a few small stuff that I gotta label and stuff, but I'm basically ready. I feel a lot better this time around.
Oh, coming together. That's
so
great.
Thank God.
So what did you think about that whole process of, getting things named in the paper and everything? Was of the three, is this one the first, or is this the second? Was the Murex first?
All three of them went at the same time.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So
they
how
all came out at the same time because, like I told you, I kept showing stuff to Ed and just kept showing him stuff. And one day it was the Fasciolaria, the Rivera eye. And then like a week later, I told him about the high spire on the Mercedesae, and he asked me for pictures. And after about a week, he's like, "Can I just come in?" And he drove to Key West, and we hung out for a whole weekend.
Did he go out fishing with you?
We didn't go fishing because it was a big front passing through when he came down, but we went drinking. We drank some whiskey. We went to dinner. We had a great time. He went through all the shells. He showed me all his books. I mean, he taught me so much. It was a great experience for me.
Like
I tell you, I can't say enough about Ed.
I can't either. I mean, genuinely the nicest guy, and I already have. And he
knows every show you can show him.
I know. He's probably forgotten more than I'll ever learn. You know what I mean? Like
It's crazy.
He's like here, and I'm like way down here.
Don't forget to mention how much help he's been for me.
I absolutely will tell people how much help he's been you. He's been a big help to me too. He's very helpful on Facebook. He's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So
and Karen Couch, you met her there.
Did I?
Yeah, you met her there, the lady that was helping me.
Yes, I did. You're right. Yes, I did.
That's another one that because when I started, I wasn't selling, and I didn't know how to ID anything, and she bought a shell from me for like $20, and as soon as she received it, she sent me a message, and she was like, "Look, you really underpriced this shell," and she started helping me, and she would do my descriptions, and she would do my listings and everything, and so she helped me tremendously. She'll be at the COA with me. I gave her a Rivera eye as well. I gave you one, and I gave her one.
Oh, you know what? I'm assuming you haven't given many of these away, so I feel really very honored, very honored to have this little.
I took a liking to you and to your husband that day.
Oh, thank you so much, Randy. That's lovely.
Yeah. And I said, "What the hell?" And for Karen too. Karen was like, "Randy, I want to buy one," and I didn't say nothing to her. And I get busy sometimes, so it took me about 2 or 3 weeks. But one day I had some time, and I remembered, and I boxed one up for her, and I sent it to her. And when it got to her, she called me back. She was ecstatic.
Oh, that's so
like, "Oh
cool.
my God."
Well, yeah. I know I was ecstatic to get it too. I was like, "Oh my God, this is incredible." I mean, I'm not even kidding you. It sits on a shelf in my living room right where it can be seen. Like, it is one of the gems. And I mean, I would consider myself much more of a casual collector, obviously, not a super serious collector, but I'm fascinated with all of the new discoveries that are going on, too. And I always ask a bazillion questions. I think that's why Dr. P took a shine to me, because I've always wanted to learn more. And he always wants to teach.
You were waiting for him.
I was laying in wait. I'm like, "Hey!" So you guys
I still remember you were the first person that I said hi to and said hi to me when I got there.
Oh.
That's why I remembered you, because as soon as I got there, you were like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And you were like, "You're Dr. Petuch, right?" And that's how you were the first person that I met when I got there.
Yeah, we met you back in the parking lot, didn't we?
Yeah.
John said he met you in there. I know I was outside when I met you guys, so that was pretty awesome too.
And then I took a little cigarette break, and I met your husband. And I was like, "Man, he's a good dude." And then I seen you guys together, and I'm like, "Oh, shit, well, there you go."
Well, I can't tell you how special that our show was this February. You have to imagine that we were two buildings over in one of the much smaller buildings for many, many years. And this was the first show where we had that big of a venue, and it kind of happened last minute. So we were on the hunt for people to help us fill the venue out, and not only the dealers but other vendors, all responded wanting to come, and it made that show just so incredibly special. And I'm
It
really
was.
thrilled that we had you there and that we got to.
It was a really nice turnout.
Yeah, it was a great turnout, and it was really fabulous to be able to show off something new and wonderful. And here we are again, just coming into COA. And I don't know if you know this about Conchologists of America, but they only come like every 15 or so, something like that, years to a location. But it's not an everyday occurrence. So not only did we have you at the Shell Show in February, but now COA is right here too, in the same location with our club as well. And it's actually really a privilege. And I can't say enough good things about not only having all these amazing things to see and look at, but also having really awesome people like you coming and joining in with all the fun.
Thank you.
That
I
is so
appreciate it.
fantastic. All right, last question for you. Has finding 3 shells and getting them named now, has that kind of changed how you look at the ocean? Has it changed your fishing routine at all? Is it as much of, where does it factor in with finding the lobster, which is what's paying the bills, and then finding these other things which can help build your kids' future? Where would you say that it's falling in that scale?
It really, to be honest with you, I'm a lobster fisherman first and foremost, and that's my real passion, is chasing lobster.
Nice.
Because I've been doing it all my life and passed down from my father, and I just got really lucky because I get certain shells when I'm on the hard bottom waiting, for the fronts and stuff like that.
Right.
And then in the mud is where I get the big runs because the lobsters don't have nothing to shelter in, so they use my traps as shelter. And it just so happens that's where I get the Scaphellas and all the murex, because they're in the mud. So it really doesn't interfere with my fishing at all. I mean, I'm not going to lie, there's been times where I would usually take, 250 traps, but I know I'm going to get a bunch of shells, so I'll take an extra 150.
Oh, set more gear just in case, huh?
And my cousin's like, are you trying to catch shells or lobster? I'm like, leave this to me. I got this.
Well, it's not wrong to want to get both. I mean,
yeah, but always lobster first, because it's a big business, and we had a really rough year with the price. The market went, took a crash, and the fuel was super high.
Yeah.
So, but I go a long way. That's what people don't understand. Like, some people tell me, wow, but that's a tulip and so much price. I say, yeah, but I go 130 miles to get them.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not right
up
300
feet of water.
They're not washing up here, so.
Yeah, not in the condition that I get them in.
Well, I mean, I'd be very stunned if any of these made it to shore even after 3 or 4 or 5 freight train hurricanes come through. I mean, it's not an easy spot to get stuff from that region onto our beaches. So if it wasn't for that, this would be something that we never even knew existed. So how fabulous to bring it out into the light of day, up from the depths, and introduce it to the world, and it being so beautiful, and having such a being such a debutante. My goodness, look how gorgeous that is.
That is.
That's sexy right there.
Yeah, I'm stuck. I really love the murex as well.
Oh, it is pretty.
But I do love the Fasciolaria. I just love it. I think it's my favorite.
And the colors. I mean, that dark colored one you brought up not too long ago that was posted on Facebook. What a stunner.
Did you see that one?
Woo-hoo.
That was gorgeous.
I mean, I can't imagine you're going to find too many in that colorway. That's pretty stunning.
That one, I regret selling.
Oh.
Because I got that one for my collection.
Oh, okay.
But then I started telling myself, well, but I got to show the customers some pretty shows too, because I gotta get interest, and I listed it, And I swear, like 5 minutes, and my computer went off. Ding, sold. It was gone within 5 minutes.
Oh, and then you were like, oh man, the word's more out than I thought. Oh, geez.
Yeah. Let me slow down a little bit. Because I told myself, well, if it doesn't sell, I'll take it to COA. But boy, it's so quick.
Well, I am so glad that we're going to be able to see you for a second. At least I will be able to on Wednesday afternoon. I'm sure I'll be able to see you for a second while I'm there. I don't know if you're going to be attending at all to the Bishop Museum thing at all or not, but I at least want to be able to come and roll by you and say hello. So I'll be on the lookout
Absolutely.
for you on Wednesday for sure. And
absolutely, you have my number, and you just give me a text. I'll let you know what we're doing and where we're at.
Okay, wonderful. And again, congratulations on your 3 fabulous finds, especially
Thank you so
this.
much. Thank you so much.
And thank you
for your support.
You got it anytime, my friend, anytime. And I'm really glad to be able to get this information out and do this video right before COA. And thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate that.
Let me know. Send me a text when and the link. I follow you. I think I follow you already.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay. Once I get it edited, I'll put it up in private, and I'll give you a link so you can see the video before anybody else does. How's that?
Perfect. That sounds great.
All right, great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, too, for talking, Randy, and taking the time.
No worries, love. It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Have a wonderful show.
Say hi to your husband for me.
I will, absolutely. And say hi to your family for us.
I will. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. So there you have it, with information directly from the man who discovered them himself, Randy Rivera, all of these beautiful, beautiful shells that are newly named and available to collectors. And by the way, I hope you caught that during that last little segment during the phone call. It's not just those beautiful tulips. He also has the Murex, the Chicoreus Riverai, and the Scaphella Mercedesae, which is named after his mom. And the only way that you're going to be able to get these beautiful shells into your own collection is either to find him online on his website, which I will provide a link to here and in the description, but you can get them in person right here in Bradenton at the COA convention coming up next week. So let's do that unboxing and show this gorgeous shell off a little more up close and personal. Then I'm going to give you information for Randy's website so you can go check out what he has for listings yourself, and you can pencil in going to the Bourse at the COA show on Friday or Saturday to see if you can pick up one of these beauties for yourself. All right, so I got a special box today from Randy Rivera from Key West. He was at our show and is the discoverer of a new form of tulip, which is now named after him. Let's get a look at what this looks like in person. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Ooh. Yeah, maybe I should just cut it. John, look how big it is.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, mercy. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow, Randy. Oh my gosh, that is fabulous. Oh, and he's got a little thing about the information here for me too. Let me take a look at this. Tortuga Shell Collection, Fasciolaria Riverai. Author Petuch and Berschauer, 2026. Location, Tortuga Terrace, Dry Tortugas, Florida. 280 feet down, lobster trap. Discovered December 2025. Oh my gosh. Look at that lip on that. Oh my word. This is so beautiful. Now you may be wondering what makes this kind of special. Honey, there's tulips in that little bowl on the shelf. Would you please grab me a true from that little starfish bowl over here? We're going to hold this up against a different type of a tulip and show you why this guy is different, new, and special. But my goodness, look at this. Oh, that is super beautiful. Look at that tip. Oh my God, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, here are some of the true tulips that we had. And just look at the difference. Look at how much more drawn out and stretched the spire and the tip are. That is incredible. How stunningly beautiful is this? Oh my gosh. Randy, thank you so very much. And can I just say congratulations to you on finding this new, previously undescribed species and being able to get it named for you. This is amazing. What an accomplishment. That is incredible. And oh gosh, look at that. He's got the operculum in there for me too. Oh, wow. That is the coolest. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And how exciting to know now that we have a different, brand new, never really understood or known before species of tulip shell. How fabulous. Congratulations, Randy. These are amazing. They're incredible. That is an awesome, awesome, awesome shell that you sent me, and I am super grateful for that. What a great gift. Oh, stunning.
Alrighty, here is Randy's website, www.tortugasshellcollection.com. tortugasshellcollection.com. And you can see all the beautiful offerings that he has here on his website rolling by here. Now, you will notice that some of the Riverai say that they're sold. Of course, he's got to spend a little bit of time working on a website. And it's hard to do that while you're packing and preparing for a convention. So, but here you see some of the beautiful Fasciolaria Riverai. You can also see examples of some others. There's the Chicoreus Murex that was up there, the Chicoreus Riverai. He's got cowries and those beautiful scaphelinas, the Scaphella Mercedesae, the ones named after his mother. So, yes, he's got some really beautiful specimens on there. And if you cannot make it to the convention and see him in person, then check out his website.
Amazing work is being done out in the Gulf with all kinds of discoveries of new and unknown, undescribed things. Things that may have looked kind of similar but really weren't, but people just didn't look quite close enough at them. With new technology, fresh eyes, and fresh researchers, loads of new discoveries are being made in the shelling world, and it's really exciting to be able to tell you about some of these things and show them off here on the channel. Recently, I told Dr. P that I thought shelling has all of a sudden gotten almost like the Wild West again. With all the new technology, the new lower depths that we can get to, the influx of people that are interested in it and noticing things and bringing things forward, all of it has just opened everything up in the shell world. And a lot of what people thought they knew is kind of getting flipped on its head. Stay tuned as we track all of this. And when I learn about new, other exciting things, I will totally share them here with you on the channel. For other information, you can also join up online to the San Diego Shell Club, where David Berschauer is a member and on the board, especially for their publication, and helping get the word out about all these new amazing discoveries. You can buy a copy of their magazine, The Festivus, for $5 for a digital copy, and I think $15 if they still have printed ones of a certain issue left. But of course, all these collectors are all starting to tune in now and realize how awesome this stuff is and snagging up those Festivus magazines because they're jam-packed with all kinds of scientific papers, new research, and new shells to look at. It's incredible. What a time for us to be shellers. And what a great story for a lobsterman to discover 3 brand new species and be connected with the right guys to help him get those out to the world on Facebook. I mean, and then that he's using it to, help set his kids up for their futures. I mean, oh my gosh, I just love this. I just love every bit about this. And I hope you enjoyed this very much too. Randy is such a great, down-to-earth, cool, nice guy and generous, and I can't thank him enough, not only for sending me that gorgeous shell, but for taking the time to talk to me so we could get this information out as well. Well, I really hope this video helped open your eyes to all the new things that are going on, especially these 3 fabulous new shells from Randy. And I hope that you learned a little bit about COA and that we see you at the convention in Bradenton on Friday or Saturday when the Bourse is open. Please come on down, swing by and see all the vendors, all the amazing goodies from all over the world, and make sure you get over and say hello to Randy and check out his fabulous collector specimen shells. They are, beautiful. And if you want your own shells like these, folks, then you know what you need to do. Get out there and go to COA and shell shop. Thanks so much for tuning in this week and checking out this beautiful, exciting episode here on the channel. We'll see you again next week, right here from the beach, back to the Shelling with Buddies series and making friends with that pelican.